Hello. One of the best protein sources of all that I can think of is squid, calamari. It is high in omega-3 fatty acids, it's very, very low in fats, saturated fats, and it is a superb, almost a pure protein, and a great choice for an anti-inflammatory diet, a great choice for arthritis, because again, we need that protein to be repairing our muscles, to help our muscles grow, and having good muscle is critical. With this dish, I'm also going to be using a red rice. Any rice will do, but a red rice I find is a lovely texture to it. It's quite high in anthocyanins, which are antioxidants. So it's a tasty, nutritious, very low GI rice, and a good choice for just getting that nice slow energy release within this dish. I'm going to use all sorts of vegetables in this. It's what I had handy. I had a bit of asparagus, broccoli, carrots. A good way of doing your carrot actually when you're stir frying, instead of doing chunks, sometimes it's good to just very simply peel off your carrot. And because I do know that carrot can be a little bit off-putting if you're not so good with the old knife. But this is a good trick when you're stir frying. Just use your potato peeler and cut nice slivers of the carrot. And these will cook in seconds, and you get this lovely, interesting cut on the carrot. So a nice easy way of doing that as well. Like, it's all about keep food simple. And again, with my sauce, I'm going to just make a very simple little stir fry type sauce. I've got a ton of ginger. You can use less if you don't like ginger so much, but ginger is a very anti-inflammatory ingredient. There's gingerol within ginger, which can disrupt certain inflammatory pathways. So it's a good choice to be bringing into your diet. I'm going to use a nice piece of garlic. And then I've got the zest of a lime. I'd always try to use the zest of citrus fruit if at all possible, because that's a huge amount of the flavour is in that. And then I'm going to just use the juice of my lime. Nice, fresh, clean tasting type of sauce I'm going to be using to flavour up this fish. And then some olive oil, about 3 tablespoons, in around 20 ml. Mix that around. And then I'm going to use oyster sauce. I'm using a gluten-free oyster sauce, and about 3 tablespoons of that as well. And that gives a lovely kind of umami, lovely kind of taste to the sauce. And again, it's a good choice. It just works very well with these kind of seafoody stir-fry dishes. Very, very simple little sauce there made. You know, all about freshness. The lime will bring through that freshness, and it'll complement the squid very, very well. So, squid. I'll show you how. Oh, actually, while I'm doing this, I'll just take this out of the way and briefly show you how I'm going to cut my squid. With this, I'm just going to take my squid, pop it on my board. I'm going to kind of cut open the squid. The fishmonger will do this for you as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to score the inside of the squid. Not cut through, just score. I didn't use the squid with the tentacles here, because sometimes this is all people can get, and sometimes people find the old tentacles a little bit off-putting, but do try get them. Again, let your fishmonger do the work for you. Then I'm just going to cut this into nice kind of bite-sized pieces, and they will present really, really nicely then when I actually start cooking the squid. Squid only takes a second to cook as well. A great protein source, and that's that all prepped up. So I'm just going to get on, and then I'm going to just cook off this dish. And again, there's nothing to this one at all. To cook this dish, first of all, about a teaspoonful of coconut oil into a wok. My vegetables, which I've pre-prepared, my carrots, which I've just used a peeler to get these nice ribbons, celery, asparagus, and my broccoli. I'm going to add those all in together now, and then cook for just a few seconds. You can add a little drop of water in and just pop the lid on it, and literally about 30 seconds, and allow it to kind of steam. So after 30 seconds, on a good high heat, I'm now going to add my sauce. And I'm going to allow that cook, lid on, for about another 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, again, very, very quickly, now I'm going to just add in my squid. I'm just going to allow that cook nice and gently till it starts to cook through. Squid will take about 1 minute, again at a nice high heat. You can pop the lid on there as it's cooking. After around a minute, you can see my squid and that scoring that I had done on the squid is now giving this lovely, lovely scored and interesting effect as the squid starts to cook. So now I'm going to add my red rice. About a cupful, doesn't matter if you got a bit more of it or a bit less. We're just going to stir fry that around, incorporate all the ingredients and allow that to cook through till the rice in particular is good and hot and heated through. And then when the rice is heated through, just nice lightly cooked, you can see your squid is just cooked nice and perfectly there now at this point. Now, it's just a case of serving it up and eating it. So, I like to serve these kind of dishes sometimes on simple pieces of lettuce because I think it brings a nice freshness and texture to the dish. So I've got a little bit of baby jam lettuce here, any kind of one like a Cost lettuce would do. And I'm going to basically spoon my stir fry with my rice into the lettuce. Get your squid in there and everything else. And then it's just a case of little tidy up and then just take my scallions or spring onions. Just give a generous sprinkling of those over the top. Then in with my chopsticks. And that is pretty much it. A nice, simple, rice-based, low GI, high protein, little stir fry with squid. Enjoy.